everyone, I'm Christina Dandar of the Potted Boxwood, and I'm here with Allyson Runnels of Allyson Runnels Interiors, and we are on 30A in Watercolor right now, and we're so excited that Allison's willing to show us her beautiful project that she just completed. I walked by this house yesterday with my friend, and we just fell in love with it, and she said, wait, I designed that. So yeah, what a fun, the stars aligned for this.
It definitely did.
Well, okay, so tell us, how did you get started doing interior design here in 30A? On 30A.
On 30A, yes, right. You're right. So I grew up in Mississippi, and then I went to Auburn for interior design for school. And, you know, everybody always vacationed here in the Panhandle. And growing up, we always vacationed here. So I always knew this area, and knew after college I actually went straight to New Orleans and worked for an architect interior design firm, and then decided that it might be fun to live at the beach for a while. So I did this, and here I am. Thought I'd be here a year, and I'm 20 years later still here.
Wow, and you do design all over, right? Not just on 30A.
Yeah, we do pretty much across the Southeast, and we've had projects, you know, from New York to Chicago to Charleston, so everywhere, really. Yeah.
Wow. And okay, so immediately when I walk in here, I feel just like it's serene and peaceful, kind of how you'd want a beach house to feel. Was that the kind of the look you were going for, I guess?
Yes. So this house, my clients actually purchased it in the height of COVID and never saw it. Actually, we FaceTimed with their realtor, and she kind of purchased it sight unseen. And so we needed to add in a bunch of details to the property and to the house by wallpaper, and we changed all the lighting fixtures, and to kind of give it some dimension and make it her. So
absolutely. Well, what's so cool is I love how that grass clock almost gave like a marble look to it. You know, there's a lot of texture in here. I love, look at the beautiful tile backsplash.
Tiles of Ezra. It's all handmade ceramic, or excuse me, terracotta
really
tile.
Terracotta tile. Interesting.
Yes. But yes, that was the goal. Is that so many of our homes down here, there's lots of detail in regards to millwork, so shiplap and Texas cypress and details like that. That this house did not necessarily have that, and we wanted it to feel like a beach because this was their retreat. So we added that in by kind of tricking the eye a little bit and adding in the wallpapers that had dimension and texture.
Absolutely. So. No, what I love so much, look at this outdoor shower. That is really cool. That's a great life at the beach feature. But what Allyson did here is, how great is this? She opened this whole door here for this huge indoor-outdoor living space.
Exactly.
It's kind of, I feel like, the goal whenever you have a beach house, right?
Right, it is. I mean, it's all about indoor-outdoor living, and we use these doors a ton, and they're so awesome because they kind of disappear, and it really becomes an extension of your house.
And what's really cool too is I love all the brass and acrylic rods, and you take them to the ceiling, which I think is so important.
Always
important. Even when you have tall ceilings, still take it to the ceiling.
Take it to the ceiling.
It just makes more sense.
Yes, and we did do, because it's Florida and we want it to feel very gauzy and wispy, a lot of these are shears, so that you've got that.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, let's see here. This is kind of the back entry, and that's something I find really funny in a lot of the homes here on 30A, is that the address is really the back of the house.
Yes,
and not really the front of the house.
Right.
That's really neat, and just so many. I just feel like it's so peaceful in here.
It is. Well, good. That was the goal.
That was the goal. Great. Okay, now what do we have here? This
is the main level guest bathroom / master. A lot of homes we do here, they're multiple stories because our lots are so small. So we usually have like a master downstairs and a master upstairs.
Okay.
So this is considered the master downstairs, and because of where this house is in Watercolor, we have two houses on either side of us. So we wanted it to kind of feel like a cocoon, and so we added grass cloth wall covering and really textural drapery that goes all the way up, and the bed sits in front, so you've got that extra layer of dimension.
I thought that was really unique, and you'll see this again in other rooms that Allyson has designed in here, that to put those curtains and draperies right behind the bed, just to give that layered feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's like comfy, cozy kind of feel what everybody wants.
And that's great, and that just goes to the garage. And now we'll go upstairs here. Now these floors are beautiful. Tell us about the floors.
So these are down in Florida. We have to do a lot of engineered flooring because of our humidity, which I'm sure you can feel right now.
Yes, there's a lot of humidity right now.
But these are wire brush white oak, and they are a 5-inch plank, meaning width size. We do these a lot because it looks like you almost had paint at one point that got scrubbed off.
Right.
That's what wire brushing is. So it kind of gets more of a coastal feel.
Okay, I would need this. This is a beach house laundry room. I need this in a regular house laundry room. Really cute paper. Okay, and then let's go this way. Okay, so this is the master. So show us here what we have. Oh, this is how I want to walk into my room.
I know. So this is kind of like the master sitting room. And we do have a bedroom right off of it, which is nice because if you've got, originally the clients bought this thinking it might be a rental for them. They would just use it when they're here and then, put it on the rental market. And so we thought when we were with the realtor kind of walking through, this would be great for rental because somebody with small families, you could have the baby in this room connected to the master. But it's kind of turned into this great little retreat with kind of a nod to Florida, but not
the bedding
to Florida, and again, adding texture with the walls.
So much texture. You've used a lot of grass cloth, I can tell. And I think all the shades are just, there's lots of detail work here.
Details everywhere. And we've got the cute little, because again, this house had like nothing. So I wanted to create that texture and interest for your eye.
I love the bar. This is really fun.
And this is that beautiful Schumacher grass cloth that I'm sure everyone has seen. But again, it's kind of carrying that theme throughout.
But it really translates well into a beach home.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I even have it in my home. So I love it.
So this is the master here. Again, I love all the drapery, the curtains, just like really beautiful fabrics and textures.
Yes. And again, these walls have shiplap and then also the grass cloth, which we carried into the master bath on the ceiling. So the two rooms coordinate. And then we actually did change out this whole backsplash to this gorgeous marble mosaic, and then these are capiz shell mirrors that we had made. So it kind of just ties everything back, and it's just those little details that really kind of pull everything together.
And I just love how you did the tile all the way to the ceiling.
Yes.
And did the grass cloth on the ceiling.
Right.
Just again, so much texture.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. What a great room. And the double porch is
right.
What a fun.
The clients go out there and they have their coffee in the mornings, and you can sit, and it's such a nice feel and have a great view.
Absolutely, and this wallpaper is beautiful. All right, so let's see, and here, this is the guest room.
This is another guest room on the second floor. And in this room, we did the same kind of thing as downstairs because that room and this room are directly on top of each other. So we had the same kind of windows in the back and wanted it to feel cozy, and also we wanted king beds and everything. So
and this gives such a sense of privacy in here, but there's still a lot of light, which I love.
Definitely.
And then the ceiling's really neat, just how it's kind of recessed up there, but with the wallpaper.
Right.
Really pretty. And again, a touch of old Florida. So there's I feel like there's a lot of clean lines, but you incorporate just a lot of nods to like old Florida style.
Yeah, and texture. I'm super neutral usually in design, but very textural and gives your eye a break, but also gives your eye detail at the same time.
Okay, now this is really neat. It's like we're going into a whole other house almost.
It is, and this is considered quote unquote the carriage house of this property. And I love to do stuff different in a carriage house just because to me it's a space that you can kind of separate a little bit. But it had this cute little living room, sitting room, and then the bedroom area here with a little kitchenette, bathroom, and a little stackable laundry room. So you really can be pretty self-sufficient in here.
You can just live in this room.
I know. So,
I mean, compared to a New York City apartment, this is
it's really nice, right? Yeah.
I love the baskets on the wall. That's a fun touch. And what a unique headboard kind of concept.
Yes, so I designed this and had my local upholsterer make it. And the reason, if you see, we've got a window in the corner, and the way this room is laid out, trying to maximize space, so in visually creating symmetry, by running a quote-unquote long headboard, and then we actually have an actual headboard then in front of that, to make your eye feel like it's actually centered without everything else around it being uncentered.
Uncentered.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just really smart. And just again, there's such a great flow here. I love the flow of everything. So now there's a third level, correct? We're gonna have one more. Okay, good. And that's an elevator there in that door, which I think is helpful, especially if anyone has any mobility issues. And then it's really neat how they did the window right on the stairs, so kept it exposed.
And we changed every single light fixture in this house. Like these are neat kind of quartz fixtures with little tassel details. And this actually used to have, when they purchased it, it was all built out, and you ended up with this little bitty space for a TV. And so I took all that out and made a long bench seat. And I feel like it made it much more functional. So
well, what's neat about this is it's very sophisticated, but also has a playful vibe for kids, because that tends to be what bunk rooms are, right? And which is where we're going. Again, I love how you did another little kitchenette in here.
Yeah, trying to maximize not having to go up and down the stairs as much as possible.
Now this is such a cool room. Tell us about this room.
Yeah, it turned out so cute. So again, there was no detail up here. The bunks were actually here built, and so we kind of had to work around those, but wanted to again make it feel like that spa kind of comfortable.
Yeah, the sea foamy colors.
Yeah.
I love, this is so neat. And how genius is this, having the light in there and the outlets, so you can charge your phone.
Yeah.
You thought of it all. You thought of it all.
So when we draped this whole little nook to create kind of a little sitting area to where you could come up here and read a book or play on your phone, you know, kind of get away for a minute.
Absolutely. And there's great TVs in here too, which I feel especially if they ever were to rent the house out, it's such a nice,
definitely.
A nice
it could function that way for sure.
And tell us about the bathroom here.
This bathroom, so this tile was here, and we kind of wanted to play off of it a bit, but not accentuate it too much. So it's black and white and gray, which is kind of, if you've noticed, the theme of the house a little bit. We had that gray and the white kind of come through. So, and it's a bunk room, so why not do something fun?
Something fun and different. And what I do want to focus on too before we depart is how beautiful the powder room wallpaper is. I know we got a little glimpse of it, but this is just too darling to ignore.
I know, it turned out so cute. And it's little kind of Asian palm branches, blue and white.
I love blue and white, so I can't go wrong with
right?
that.
No, you can't.
But I love how it's a little more of a modern, sophisticated
take. And it's kind of like we actually did not even realize there was a bathroom here when we were doing the original walkthrough. And so when we kind of found it, I was like, oh, well, we need to do something fun in here, unexpected.
That's so great. This is I really feel like you left no space and detail unturned in this project. So this has been so much fun.
Yeah.
And so you don't, like I said, you don't just do things on 30A. You do them
everywhere.
Yes,
we're always traveling and always doing, and so many times people will be from Texas or Atlanta or Nashville. We have a lot of Nashville clients. And then they come here and they do a house, and then we go there wherever their main house was. So that's how we kind of travel around.
You're all over, and just so beautiful. And this has been such a treat. I mean, who would have thought that Instagram and the worlds collide? So thank you all for joining us today, and definitely be sure to check her out. I'll link her Instagram in the captions. Bye, everyone.